You're tuning into Black and White Sports on YouTube. The no-holds-barred truth on sports. The main event starts now.
Black and white sports fans, the NBA, these NBA players that are so woke, they are learning a hard lesson right now that when you go against the leftist narrative, you are no friend of the left. And NBA players have been getting roasted by the media because apparently, the NBA has a 95% vaccination rate. And of course, that is not good enough for the woke media and the woke mob. NBA players that don't want to get the jab, they have been crucified out there. And when it comes to LeBron James said, I got the jab, but I'm not going to force anybody else to get the jab. This is clearly a violation of the leftist rules out there. This clearly goes against CNN and their beliefs. And LeBron James is no friend of the left now. This is actually glorious to watch, because LeBron James speaks out on everything. But when it comes to the jab, he's sounding like you and me. It's your choice if you want to get the jab. If you don't want to get it, that's fine as well. Now, guys, I want to be very, very clear, okay? If you want to get the jab or thinking about get the jab, don't listen to athletes. Don't listen to the media. Don't listen to CNN. Definitely don't listen to CNN when it comes to this. You check with your own medical health care provider to make the best decision for yourself. With that being said, guys, an NBA player, former NBA player, has now called out one LeBron James on CNN because LeBron James doesn't want to speak out and tell everyone to get the jab, especially when it comes to NBA players. And I'm talking about Enes Kanter. He was actually on with CNN, and they were talking about the jab and LeBron James. And yet again, LeBron James should know he is not a friend of the left. The left doesn't care about him. If you go against their playbook, you will be vilified. The NBA is learning a cold, hard lesson about all of this. And also CNN tries to race bait the whole virus thing too. You'll hear that in the clip I'm going to play here in a second. But Enes Kanter blasts LeBron James on live television for his opinion on COVID-19 vaccine. And here is the clip. And Enes Kanter called what LeBron said about it's not his job, to go out there and make people get the jab. He calls it ridiculous. So let's go ahead, guys, and let's listen to this clip that Enes Kanter actually had with CNN, this interview here. And you can see the clip here. NBA struggling to get 100% of their players vaccinated. So that is a struggle, okay, to CNN. You must get 100% of everybody vaccinated in the NBA, according to CNN. Now, we know that will never happen. And when it comes to the general population, that's not going to happen either. It's just a fact. But let's listen to this ridiculousness over here on CNN. Here we go.
LeBron James finally revealed just recently that he is vaccinated, but he declined to call on others to do the same. Do you think players like LeBron James, who were so high profile, so looked up to, have a responsibility to protect not only his fellow players, but also the black community, when we know the black community has been disproportionately impacted by this virus?
You see what CNN does? They try to make this a racial issue. That's what they're trying to do. Saying, oh, the black community has been disproportionately, affected by the virus. They're trying to play the race card. Ladies and gentlemen, the virus does not care what race you are. It affects black people, white people, yellow people, green people, purple people. It does not matter. But of course, CNN, they have to play the race card.
COVID.
When I heard it, I was very disappointed, and it's ridiculous. Obviously LeBron James, he's one of the face of the league, and he should be the first one to go.
He should be the first one to go. You hear what he said.
Go out there and say, listen, everyone, I got the vaccine, and I'm to encouraging everyone, my community, everyone, basketball fans, non-basketball fans, all the sport fans are just going out there to get this vaccine so we can save other lives. So when I heard that, I just couldn't believe it. But I hope he can educate himself about this vaccination and inspire and encourage other people around him.
See, it will never, ever be enough for the left. So LeBron James is a basketball player. LeBron James is not a doctor. He should not be giving any type of medical advice. And I will say hats off to LeBron James for not actually going out there and trying to give medical advice to people. Now, one thing we know about the jab and everything, there's certain people with certain medical conditions that cannot get it. That's just a fact. It's out there. There's been some people that have been recommended by their doctors not to get it. There's this one condition. I can't remember the name of it. There was this one rock star said that he was advised not to get it because of a certain condition that he has. Now, like I said before, you check with your own medical healthcare provider. Don't listen to me. Don't listen to LeBron James. We're not doctors, okay? So for Enes Kanter to go out there and saying LeBron James should be the first one to speak up and encourage everybody to get the jab, that's ridiculous. I'm sorry. I don't get my medical advice from anybody in Hollywood, anybody in sports, anybody in the media. I get my healthcare advice from my doctor. This is what I do. This whole thing has become completely political, and these NBA players are fighting back against any type of mandate, but I said it before, they wanted you to vote for people that are pretty much now trying to mandate the jab on you, but their union doesn't want the jab implemented on them. They are learning a cold, hard lesson about all of this. This is what happens when you get involved in politics. When you mix sports and politics, the politicians out there, the media, they expect you to fall in line 100% of the time. And Enes Kanter out there calling what LeBron James said ridiculous on CNN, I believe this is crazy as well. I'm no fan of one LeBron James. You guys know where we stand with him. I believe he's pretty ignorant and pretty stupid. But when it comes to the jab, I agree with what he said. It's up to you to do what's best for you. Nobody should be pushing the jab on you at all. It should be your doctor giving you just medical advice. And if you want to get the jab because your doctor said so, go right ahead. I'm not going to give you any type of medical advice whatsoever. That's just my thoughts on this. What do you guys think of this? Black and white sports fans, Enes Kanter calling LeBron James's statement on the jab ridiculous on CNN, and CNN has to race bait the whole entire virus thing. I'm so sick and tired of this, guys. I really, really am. But NBA players better wake up that the media, the leftists out there, they're not your friend. As long as you go against their narrative, you won't be a friend of the left because they are not open up to any type of, free thinking out there. And some of these NBA players now, they're actually out there saying, this is what I think of it. It's going against the leftist playbook, and the left, they hate it. Anyway, guys, let us know what you think about all this in the comments. Make sure you subscribe to Black and White Sports, and we'll catch you next time.
Thanks for watching the show. Be sure to like, comment, and subscribe. Be sure to tune in next time on Black and White Sports.